What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's an annual tradition. You already know. But this time, instead of doing, the solo one, since I'll moment of complete transparency. First things first, my name is Rashad Milligan. How are you doing? Roll to 2K subs if you're new to the channel. I didn't get to watch that many games this year. It's something that I get bullied about all the time. Speaking of the people who bully me, my subscribers, my great subscribers, Angel said, "Don't do a shot in the dark. Be educated. Make educated picks. Make statistical picks, and make picks based off of who you think is the better team. Don't just shoot in the dark like you did last year." Well, Angel, I have a message for you. You should start your own channel. If you want to do it, you should start your own channel. Then you can pick who you want. I'm just kidding. It's Women's History Month. We support Black women on this channel. But like I said, it's an annual tradition. Last year I did 2 videos, one by myself, which is like kind of like one of my more popular videos ever, and then one with an old friend of mine. We go way, way back. This is someone every time I introduce him, I gotta let people know the importance of him and everything. I got to keep this intro short because it's people who hear it who just want to see the bracket. But this is the man who helped put me on, the man who I really patterned my career path after back in college, Mr. Akiem Bailum. Akiem, how you doing today, sir?
I am tremendous. Yo estoy que tremenda. I am absolutely just, it's one of those things where lately I've been feeling like I'm on cloud 9. Like, I'm in, for those that don't know, I'm in South Carolina. I just recently, got done covering like 16 championship games at the high school level, all in a week. And as one can probably guess, I was absolutely beat afterwards. So it's been one of those things where, absolutely I've had a little bit of a chance to just get a bit of a breather. But yeah, like it's kind of a transition going from, the high school and the indie league scene now into the college scene and, eventually into the WNBA scene. So it's one of those things where I've been all over the place. And, I'm just excited for what the tournament has to offer this year.
Man, who are you telling? And like you said, in the words of the late great Mac Miller, I feel like $1 million, but my money don't really feel like I do. Now, with that said, let's bring up the stats. Hold on. All right. I got this one up. I have to read my stats from last year. I ranked 658,197. And I was in the 25.8 percentile. Not the best. Okay, so this year, what we're going to do we're aiming to be better than that. Okay, someone say better. Someone comment better right now. We're aiming to be better than that. Let's get it. We're going to start at the Spokane, excuse me, over there in Washington on the West Coast. We're going to start on that side of the bracket this year. Stanford, Montana State. Salute to Montana State. I got Stanford. Team, let me know. Just stop me when you have objections. Kansas,
gotcha.
Georgia Tech. I'm gonna go Georgia Tech.
I'm with you on that one too, man.
Tech because I hated Tech. I mean, I still don't really like Tech, but I did patch things up with one of the reasons why I disliked Tech growing up. We did patch it up, so the hate isn't so strong. And then I like the hospitality. You guys saw the vlog with the UConn game and everything like that. I like the hospitality. I still ain't really rocking. It's still 100% state this way. But Virginia Tech versus Florida Gulf Coast. Now, King, this is a game that a lot of people are saying Gulf Coast. Of course, when you have one of the best players in the country, you ride with one of the best players in the country. Any objections picking Florida Gulf Coast here in the 12/5 matchup?
I don't see any objections because, it's one of those things where, every single year there's always that 1 12/5. It's always that 1 12/5 that, that gets it done. And I feel like that. I feel like Florida Gulf Coast. I mean, we've seen them, even on the men's side, be able to, pull off Cinderella runs and big wins in tournament. So it's one of those things. I feel like, I'm with you on that one. I think Florida Gulf Coast, I think they got it.
Dunk City, and they have one of the best players in the country.
Yep.
The 4-13 matchup. This is another like upset alert type of seeding, 4-13. But Maryland, you got to go Maryland. I was so high on them all since past off season. Got to go Maryland. All right, here we go. Missouri State and Florida State, and then Ohio State. These are two quality teams. Both of these teams are really good. Like Missouri State was pretty good in the tournament last year. They were pretty competitive. Florida State is Florida State. Shout out to Morgan Jackson, or Morgan Robinson. The Morgan from Atlanta. Shout out to the Morgan from Atlanta. But should I go safe pick and go Big Ten here? I don't know. I'm really feeling the play-in. I'm really feeling I might just do it. Team.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it, man. Like, you know, like I get the temptation. But you know, I feel like in a lot of ways, I think Ohio State is kind of one of those teams that gets slept on. I mean, they've sent players in the past to the WNBA. I mean, you know, Ohio State, they get attention football-wise, but it's one of those things where I just sort of think Ohio State, like it's one of those situations where I don't see them, you know, maybe advancing past the second round, but I could definitely, like, I think that for Ohio State, I'm going to go safe pick. I'm going to go OSU. I'm going to go Buckeyes this one.
I'm going to go safe pick. But if the play-in wins this game, just remember I hesitated. All right.
Gotcha.
This is the one everybody's been on my case about. They've been texting me, DMing me about, because I made a whole video about it. I said Jackson State was going to ruin someone's March. And Keem, you know, when you make a take, you got to stick to it. 10 toes down. I'm sticking with it, baby. I'm not leaving.
Hey, you better. Hey, at this point, you got to stand on your own 2 feet. Like, I can see it. I can see it happening. We've seen, you know, 14s beat 3s a la Baylor. We've seen that in the past, but I'm going to have to go against you on that one, Shad. Like, I got LSU in that one. I got LSU.
You got
Kim Mulkey, first year. You know, we've seen what she did at Baylor, so
yeah.
I'm going to go LSU.
And you got Madison Newby's younger sister on the team.
Also, shout out Flo J. Johnson. She's going to be at LSU next year.
And Flo J is going to take over the game, man. She's going to change it. And, you know, salute to the Washington Post, who wrote a great profile on her. Of course, they did it after someone else I know did it. But, you know, the fact that they said she could be the first NIL athlete to really use NIL for her celebrity as opposed to just her as an athlete. You know, but Paige and AZ getting the largest deals this year, you know, she has a chance to do it as someone who isn't just a basketball. But anyway,
right.
I'm committing fully, all in. Jackson State, JSU, for those of you who don't know, who've never been to Mississippi, Louisiana, that little area over there, it's about 2, maybe 3 hours away from Baton Rouge. 2, maybe 3. Them folks are going to drive down. They're going to have a little nice turnout, you know, a few fans there and everything like that. And really, I look back at that Arkansas game in December. Amisha Williams, 21 and 18, 7 blocks. Final score, 66-62. That's an SEC opponent. This is an SEC opponent. I think Jackson State, with what they're building right now, this is all led up to this season. Amisha Williams, she gets in first year, gets the second year. Thank God for COVID. She gets an extra year. She gets a third year this year. It all leads up to this moment for Jackson State and this particular group led by Amisha Williams, one of the best players in the country. You talk about Florida Gulf Coast has one of the best players in the country, excuse me. That's why I'm giving it to Florida Gulf Coast. I'm going to give it to Jackson State because they also have one of the best players in the country. I think it all leads up to this, and it leads to Jackson State getting a win in the NCAA tournament and ruining LSU's March. Now, if LSU beats them by 30 points because I made 2 videos talking about Jackson State was going to win, and Kim Mulkey said, "Not on my watch. Let me take this mask off." It is what it is. It just is. I got to deal with that. But I'm 10 toes in now. All right, here we go. Speaking of Arkansas and Utah. Who do you have in this one, Kim? I have no idea who to pick in this one. Shout out
Oh,
to the twins, to Cavender. Nah. Cavender, she doesn't go to Utah. She goes to where does Cavender go? Haley Cavender, the Cavender twins. Where did they go? Utah Valley or something like that? Hold on, let me
I
look this
think so. I got to do a little bit of I got to make sure of that, but I think it may have been somewhere around there.
Wait, hold on. Let me look this up. Cavender. Haley Cavender. Excuse me, y'all. This is real time. Because I'm just gonna be literally thinking about it if I didn't look it up. She plays for Fresno State, but that's the oh, they're transferring. Well, that's news. The Cavender twins are transferring. But yeah. She's
Interesting.
pretty good. She's decent player. Haley Cavender.
Absolutely,
Got her
absolutely.
twin sister. I don't know how good she is, but Haley's pretty good. Anyways, you got a Utah versus Arkansas. I literally know nothing about Utah. I thought I might have known. I know nothing about Utah. Arkansas, I do know them. I think SEC is the toughest conference right now in the country. Tommy disagrees with me on that. Salute to Tommy if you're watching this. But yeah, off default, off of just who I know, off of pure ignorance, this is why I brought in someone like Keem, because I didn't watch much basketball this year. I'll be honest. But Keem, who do you have?
For this one, like I said, these are the types of matchups that gets lots of people's attention. And when I think about it, I'm actually going to go with Arkansas. Like you said, I think that the SEC factor, playing up against all those tough teams like South Carolina and Kentucky and LSU. It's one of those situations where I think that with I think that Arkansas, even though they're a 10th seed, they're when you go through the SEC, automatically you're battle tested. So I like Arkansas pulling out 10-7 upset over Utah.
All right, so I guess we are both going Arkansas. This is an ignorant. I would say it's an ignorant pick on my part. I will admit that. So bettors, gamblers, don't look at my Utah Arkansas pick. That is literally ignorance. Texas Fairfield, Texas upset Baylor to win the Big 12 championship. I think purely off of that, and they also have some couple other good wins this season, stuff like that. I think I might go Texas. Keem, any objections?
Let me think about that for a second. No disrespect to Fairfield, but yeah, hook 'em horns. Hook 'em horns in the second round.
So salute to Vic Schaefer. That's one of those sleepers people sleep on in those tournaments. Vic Schaefer knocked out Maryland last year. All right, let's go down to
we
Bridgeport.
saw what Vic Schaefer did at Mississippi State, if I remember correctly.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Mississippi State. So I guess going here. Oh, speaking of Amisha Williams, that's where she started her career, Mississippi State under Vic Schaefer. Full circle. All right. Bridgeport region. You got NC State, my girl. Alyssa Kunane. I got NC State. No objections?
No objections. That's a pick that will make a certain Bleacher Report personality happy.
Well, Washington
Shout out
State,
Ari Chambers.
Yes, Washington State, Kansas State. This is when I want to go Kansas State. But that's once again why I brought in Keem, because I did not watch that much basketball this season. Keem, who do you have?
Wow. Obviously, look out. It's one of those things where with this type of matchup again, 8-9, it's something where it could easily go either way. But just because I'm big on upsets, even though a 9 over an 8 probably doesn't necessarily count all that much as an upset, I'm gonna just go Kansas State over Washington State.
All right, there it is. So we both have Kansas State over Washington State. I told you that would be an ignorance pick on my part, and the ignorant pick I have in this region is Utah and Arkansas. So gamblers, don't put that on me. All right, Notre Dame, UMass, Olivia Miles, one of the best freshmen in the country, one of the coldest. I got Notre Dame. Who do you have, King?
Same here. I mean, Notre Dame, we've seen them, we've seen them in the past. Like they're another one of those programs. We've seen them win championships in the past, with Enrique Ogunbowale, who's now, lighting it up for the Dallas Wings. So, they're one of those sleeper programs, I guess you could say. But yeah, I like Notre Dame over UMass.
I mean, them Jokers did lose 100-2 on national TV to Louisville a couple weeks ago. But I mean, looking past that, I got Notre Dame. You got Oklahoma and Erie Peewee, former home of George Hill and Mr. Ron Hunter. I'm gonna go Oklahoma here. Keem, do you know anything about Erie Peewee that I don't know about? I feel like this is one of those mid-major teams that could really sneak up on you and really get something done. But I'm not sure.
Possibly, but that's one of those matchups that I'm gonna go with chalk in that one. I'm gonna go with Oklahoma.
All right, I'm gonna pick Oklahoma as well. Kentucky, Princeton. Kentucky, obviously the most confusing team in the country because they lost 80 times and then they beat South Carolina in a championship game. So I think based off that, this is an upset alert. This is an upset alert because Kentucky's been up and down all year. Ryan Howard already knows she's the number one pick. Kentucky is on a high from beating the number one team in the country. They think they are hot stuff. And Princeton can come knock them off that thing. But I'm going to go Kentucky. Keep it safe. Keem?
I'm going to go Kentucky too with that. And I was just thinking about this a little bit earlier. Kentucky is probably that one team that right now in the tournament, like you said, they're riding a high after beating South Carolina in the SEC championship. But even before that, I believe that they had won 9 consecutive games. And Ryan Howard's draft stock, we already know she's the number one pick. But it's one of those situations where I feel like that her stock, as an upcoming WNBA draftee, is only going to go in the right direction. So I like Kentucky not only to beat Princeton, but I would not be surprised if Kentucky made a little bit of a run to the tournament.
Well, Indiana,
they're
Charlotte.
my Cinderella pick right now that maybe not necessarily a Cinderella because they're in a Power 5. Ooh. But I don't want, Kentucky, that's a team I don't want to play right now.
Who was that? Was that Candace Parker? Who picked Kentucky over UConn?
That was Candace Parker.
Oh, Candace.
But part of that is because Candace got beat with Gino.
Yeah, that's the Gino thing right there.
Yeah.
But I love that people who hold on to they hold on to the petty. I like that. But Indiana, Charlotte, obviously Indiana in one of the tougher conferences, the Big Ten. Some people call it the toughest. I call it one of the toughest because I have the SEC is the toughest. But I got Indiana here. All due respect to Charlotte. Salute to the dream coach, Tanisha Wright. Tanisha Wright, that's her name, right?
Yeah.
Tanisha Wright used to former coach over there at Charlotte. I got Indiana. Keem, any objections?
Okay. Now this one, I see a 14. This one I could see a 14-3 upset. I could see Charlotte maybe beating Indiana. Now I know Indiana is going to go into it as a favorite, but I could if I had to pick upsets, I think I got a skulking feeling that maybe just maybe this could be an upset pick. And what's interesting about Charlotte is that I actually covered one of her players, Alicia Wade, who's now with Charlotte. I covered her when she was at Saluda down here in South Carolina, and she won a state championship for Saluda in two-way last year. So, that's beside the point. But 14-3, I'm going to pick this maybe as another 14-3. I got Charlotte beating Indiana. And if the Hoosiers, go full 3 seed on Charlotte, hey, come back to me. What my Twitter handle is, @Akiem Bailum.
All right. Well, that's a pick there. That's a pick. You got UCF versus Florida. The Gators. UCF.
Yes, for sure. And it's interesting because this was what, when I was watching the selection show, it's amazing to me how they pretty much wanted all of the Florida teams to pretty much play each other. They wanted UCF to play Florida. They wanted Miami to play South Florida. So I'm just kind of thinking what's really going on here with all these, who obviously somebody from Florida is on the committee, but yeah, UCF Florida. Again, I use that SEC logic that we was talking about a little bit earlier, but I'm going 7-10. I'm going chalk with this one. Give me Central Florida to beat the Gators.
Well, what do you know about Central Florida before I make my pick? What do you know about Central Florida? Because I don't know much about this season.
See that, the thing is, it's one of those situations where they're a 7 seed for a reason. I mean, they were able to get some, they had some pretty dominant wins. I mean, they absolutely just crushed Cincinnati. I mean, they beat South Florida as well, 53-45. And then in the AAC tournament, they absolutely just, demolished SMU. So it's so they've kind of really shown what what they can do, and by all means it's certainly one of those situations where they've absolutely earned that 7 seed. I mean, they got some, it looks like they got some scorers on that team as well. Brittany Smith, who had 13 points in that championship game in the AAC, Diamond Battles, I believe she also had 11 points. Shania Mertens, I hope I'm getting her name right. So, so it's one of those situations where with UCF, they got scorers on that team, and I feel like that those scorers are definitely going to come through in the this first round game with Florida. So I like UCF.
I was in the 25 percentile last year. I ranked in the 600,000s. I'm going to pick Florida.
You going with the SEC upset, man?
Yeah, I don't think it's an upset. I think it's just a bad pick on my part, but I'm picking it anyway, man. When you feel something in your gut, you just run with it. Dang, Ole Miss got a 7
that's how
seed?
brackets work.
Okay, Coach Yo. Ole Miss with the 7 seed. The one everybody on the channel was waiting for. UConn. UConn, man. Tough team, real tough team, because they had that blessing in disguise with Paige getting hurt and forcing the rest of the team to learn how to play the game of basketball without Paige Bakers on the floor. They didn't know how to play the game of basketball without Paige on the floor. Paige is out for a few weeks. It looked ugly at first. They pieced it together. They found out how to play without her. Caroline Ducharme steps up. Avina Westbrook steps up. Salute to the comments. Those two step up. AZ Fudd comes back from her injury. AZ Fudd does decent. She has a couple breakout games. She gets it going. She's her. Paige Bakers fit in just like she never missed a game of basketball ever. UConn's really tough. And on that Mercer side, Jada, I think it's Owens. No, it's not Jada Owens. It's Jada, the Jada they used to play at Georgia State. But that Jada ain't walking through the door. She was on the team last year, and she was the leading scorer, put up about 20-something or 20 on South Carolina in the first round, gave South Carolina a good little run for their money, but South Carolina had, they had cruise control. They won by about 15 plus. She ain't walking through that door. I'm going UConn. Huskies.
Same here.
And it's in Bridgeport. It'll be very difficult for me to see them not winning that region. Okay. Wichita we go. Louisville and Albany. Louisville just lost at the buzzer to Miami. Louisville. I'm still going with Louisville. I don't know. What are we doing there? What are we doing there? Any objections? Okay, there it is. We gotta go quicker. We gotta go quicker, King, because this has been, I think, about 20-30 minutes. So we only threw the first round. So I'm gonna speed it up. Nebraska Gonzaga.
I'm just gonna go in Nebraska.
This could go either way. Because Gonzaga, they won their conference. But
I believe they did.
They in weak conference, as they always say on the men's side. Nebraska. So you're going Nebraska?
Yeah, I'm going Nebraska this one. With the 8-9, I'm going Nebraska.
I'm really feeling the Zags, man. I'm really feeling the Zags for a rare reason. I should pick Nebraska, but I'm going Gonzaga. Maybe that's why I finished in the 25th percentile last year. Oregon Belmont. I'm going Oregon. Any objections, King?
I'm going another 12-5 with this one.
Wow.
I'm going another 12-5 with this one. Like, I'm a huge fan of Oregon, but I'm going Belmont here.
Wow. You have to go Tennessee.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Okay. No question about it.
BYU, Villanova. BYU has some problems even getting in the tournament. Like they can only play on certain days or something. They can only play in certain regions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I might go with Villanova. How you feeling, King?
You know how I am. I'm big on upsets and everything like that. And I think Villanova, they're one of those 11 seeds that don't play like 11 seeds. So I'm with you on that with Villanova for that.
Beat UConn once, lost to UConn by 30 points when the actual UConn team was playing. So I'm going with Villanova. That has nothing to do with nothing. But Michigan versus American. All due respect to American, I don't know if I could ever pick a school name American in the NCAA tournament. I'm going Michigan. King, any objections?
Naz Hillman all day. WNBA prospect.
Shout out Nas.
Yep.
Nasty Nas. But
yeah.
Ole Miss, like I said, you got Ole Miss in South Dakota. Shout out Coach Yo. Shout out the Future Dream Center, Shakira Austin. I'm going Ole Miss. Rebels to the top, baby.
That's Future Liberty Center, Shakira Austin for you, and I'm going Ole Miss as well.
Baylor, Hawaii. Hawaii upset? No.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Baylor's mad because they just lost to Texas. Ain't no way they're losing back to back.
Nalissa Smith.
Greensboro. Here we go. South Carolina. It don't matter. Oh, Howard. Does Don Staley bow out to the HBCUs? I don't think so.
She got love for the HBCUs, but not that kind of love.
Miami, South Florida.
Again, another one of those Florida matchups.
Yeah.
But yeah, give me Miami. Give me Miami for that.
Yeah, I'm going Miami. They just won. South Florida's tough too, though. North Carolina, SF Austin. I'm going Carolina. I'm going Tar Heels.
North Carolina. I like North Carolina.
Arizona, Coach Barnes. UNLV. Shout out to UNLV. I got Coach Barnes right there.
Me too.
Georgia versus Dayton. DEP, whoever DEP is. Watch DEP win the first 4 against Dayton and then beat Georgia. But I got Georgia. I got a dog.
Me too.
Iowa State, UT Arlington. Former Sun Belt member, UT Arlington and Iowa State. I got Ashley Jones. I got Iowa State.
Good call.
Colorado, Creighton. Creighton is a tough opponent, man, but Creighton always puts out a good product. Salute to Jalen Agnew. I might go Creighton here.
Me too, man.
But I don't even know anything about their current team. I just know they usually have a good program.
Oh yeah, on both sides too. Yeah, I'm going 10-7 with Creighton over Colorado.
Didn't Colorado who beat Stanford last year for Stanford's first loss? Was it Colorado? I can't remember.
It could have been. I mean, Stanford had to play pretty much the entire season on the road because of COVID and stuff.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go Colorado. I was feeling Creighton in my soul and my spirit, but I'm gonna go Colorado. I picked too many upsets. But it's been a crazy year. Yeah. I'm going Creighton. Go with your first thought. Don't second guess yourself. Iowa versus Illinois State. Caitlin Clark has a chance to prove herself. I don't think she's knocking herself out that early.
Right. Absolutely.
Round 2.
Oh, yeah.
Stanford, Georgia Tech. I got Stanford. I don't want to see a Tech upset in the second round. Please do not make me look stupid.
I don't think that's happening. Tech's got Lorela Cuba, but that's not happening.
Haley Jones to the top, man. Florida Gulf Coast versus Maryland. Merlin. I got Maryland, man. Salute to Florida Gulf Coast. Nice run. Good win. I got Maryland. They on the mission. Ohio State versus Jackson State. For King, this is Ohio State versus LSU. Who you got, King?
Oh, I'm gonna go with LSU over Ohio State. Like I said, putting them in the Sweet 16.
Does that make me cry? I'm just kidding.
Love it.
I think one Cinderella. You get one round. But if they go to the Sweet 16, and they're gonna be like, no one saw it coming. I would be like, I saw it coming, coach. I saw it coming.
And it's always that one team that does it. Yeah. Always that one team.
Yeah. Especially this year when everybody's been beating each other up.
Right. Exactly. There's no clear-cut number one, not even Carolina.
I got Ohio State. Salute to Jackson State, though. All right, Arkansas, Texas. I got Texas.
Me too.
All right, we're moving down to Bridgeport. NC State versus Kansas State. A duel of the centers. Ayoka Lee and Alyssa Kunane. I got NC State.
Me too.
Notre Dame and Oklahoma. I got Notre Dame.
Ditto.
Kentucky, Indiana. I want to pick
Kentucky. How I feel about Kentucky.
But look, Kentucky last year, they get to this point. Last year, they win the first round. They face Caitlin Clark in the second round in Iowa, and Ryan Howard disappears.
Interesting. That's a good point, because Ryan Howard did disappear through a good bit of the latter part of last season. But here's the thing, though. Ryan Howard wasn't a WNBA draft pick last season. She knows that with the W in her future, she's trying to make a statement. Give me the Cats into the Sweet 16.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, Keen.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Sometimes you just got to ride the hot hand. You want to pick Indiana.
If they lose by 15 plus, when I knew Indiana was the better team, but because I know it's not about the better team in the NCAA tournament, it's about the hottest team.
True. Absolutely, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, it's.
I'm picking. All right, Keem talked me into it, y'all. Keem talked me into it. Florida versus Florida. Just kidding. Florida. All right, Baylor, Ole Miss. Ooh, this is a matchup right here. But Nalissa Smith,
like
too much firepower. Nalissa Smith and the rest of Baylor versus Shakira Austin. I got Baylor. But great season for Ole Miss to go from NIT championship last year to 7 seed and 1 win in the NCAA tournament this year.
Potentially, and can't wait to see you in Liberty Seafoam, Shakira Austin.
Future Dream Center, Shakira Austin. But I got Michigan here.
That sets up a nice Sweet 16 matchup with Nalissa Smith versus Naz Hellman.
Yeah. Top top 7 picks, top 6 picks.
Top
Tennessee
5
and
picks.
Oregon. Yeah, potentially. Very, very well could be. This is
for me, that's Tennessee Belmont, and I'm going Tennessee to the Sweet 16.
You're going Tennessee all the way.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Salute to Sedona Prince. Salute to Sably little sister.
Right.
Little sister. All right, here we go. Louisville. I think that's an upset alert. But I got Louisville. Creighton, Iowa. I got Iowa.
Me too.
Those little Midwestern teams, them the teams that they be blowing out, except for the Big Ten folks. But Iowa State, Georgia. I got Georgia. I got Ashley Parker. Ashley Jackson Parker. Ashley Baker. Sarah Ashley Baker. Ashley Sarah Baker. Whoever she is, she cold. The one from Birmingham, she cold.
Oh yeah.
Cold, King.
Oh yeah.
And the center. I like the center too over there at UGA. North Carolina, Arizona. I got Coach Barnes.
Oh yeah.
South Carolina, Miami. Upset alert. I got South Carolina. All right, here we go. We are in the Sweet 16, King. Drum roll, please.
Yeah.
We got 2 Final Four teams. Right here, South Carolina and Arizona. Oh my God, the Sweet 16. It gets tough. Huh? It gets tough. I got South Carolina.
Gotcha.
Any objections?
None from me.
Georgia, Iowa. Georgia can beat Iowa.
Georgia can beat Iowa, but they can't outshoot Iowa. Give me the Hawkeyes.
I'm going.
In that Elite 8 matchup that everybody wants.
Oh, yeah.
Caitlin Clark.
Hold on. Don't spoil it, Keem. We got to go round by round. Stanford, Maryland. Y'all know I love both these teams. Who I interviewed last summer. Both these teams, Diamond and Haley. I got these my dogs. I can't even pick against y'all. Like y'all put my dogs against each other.
For real. How dare they do that and put them in the freaking same bracket?
Nah, that's crazy. In the Sweet 16, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know who to go with because these my dogs for real. Stanford,
Defending
Maryland.
champions, though. I got to give respect to the defending champions, though. I'm picking Stanford. I got to give respect to the defending champs, though.
Is Owusu back? Is she still hurt?
I think so. I gotta make sure just to make sure. But regardless, like I said,
let me see their last game first. Give me a second here, everybody. This is live.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Indiana beat them in the Big Ten championship, and Owusu did play. She played 26 minutes, had 21 points. Diamond Miller played 35 minutes, had 4 points. She had a weird season coming back from that injury. Katie Benzan, 0 points. She's supposed to be like the best shooter in the country. That's what the comments tell me. Angel Reese did what she had to do, 14 and 13. Chloe Bibby, 4 points. Chloe Bibby, this is your 7th season playing college basketball. Why do you have 4 points in the championship game? All right. That's concerning. Mimi Collins, 15 minutes, 4 points, 5 rebounds. Dang, did I pick against Indiana? I did. Grace is my dog. I'm looking at the roster. Grace Berger, that's my dog. Berger, not my dog. I think I might pick Indiana. But hold on. Okay. I'm getting off track.
No, you good.
To the bracket. This is the toughest pick. I'll come back to it. Ohio State, Texas. Vic Schaefer to the Elite Eight. Congratulations. All right, here we go. Yeah. NC State, Notre Dame. I got NC State. Kentucky,
so do
UConn. I got the Huskies.
This one is tough.
I'm not
because I'm on the Kentucky bandwagon.
Go ahead,
that
King.
One is tough.
Go ahead, talk. It's not tough for me. I got UConn going.
Like I said, I'm on the Kentucky bandwagon, and I saw Candace Parker's pick, but I'm leaning UConn too.
I think Indiana could beat UConn.
You think so?
I think they could.
Gotcha. Only time will tell. I mean, those are both two good teams.
But the safe part about this Kentucky-Indiana thing, they got to face UConn in the next round. But
true.
All right,
true,
Michigan,
facts.
Baylor. I got Baylor.
Me too.
Louisville, Tennessee.
Louisville.
Tennessee hasn't been dependable enough in the big games. All right, now we're back to the game that I don't want to pick. Stanford, Maryland. Oh, let's see, because if I pick against Maryland, people are going to be like, yeah, against your team, because they know Maryland, my dogs.
For sure.
I got Stanford. Go ahead and be safe. All right, so in the final, in the Elite Eight, I have 1-2, 1-2. And then down here, we have 1-2, 1-2. Pretty boring bracket, if you ask me.
Chalk.
I got South Carolina.
I
got. Wait, hold on. This is the time we're supposed to pause and be all dramatic about the Player of the Year conversation and how they're trying to turn it into a race thing.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, and really and truly, like, I've seen that conversation on, women's basketball Twitter because, I'm so neck deep into it. But really and truly, like, the thing is, we see this all the time with games, like this, like, Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark. It's going to be one of those situations. By the way, I got South Carolina too beating Iowa, but I have a feeling that it's going to be somebody else who steps up And South Carolina is too good. I mean, it's not just Aaliyah Boston. Yeah, she's been getting all the headlines, but they got Zaya Cook. They got Destiny Henderson, who's probably going to go first or second round WNBA draft this upcoming year. Like they're just so deep. So I like Dawn Staley to the Final Four, South Carolina beating Iowa.
And yeah, I mean, so who do you have player of the year? That's what people want to know, I guess.
Player of the year. Oh man, player of the year. I mean, there's good arguments for both, but I mean, it's one of those situations where, oh man, I'm going Aaliyah Boston. I'm going Aaliyah Boston. I mean, with what she does, not only as a scorer, but also as a rebounder, as well as a shot blocker. I'm going Aaliyah Boston player of the year.
I got Aaliyah as well. I know a lot of Iowa fans are like, she misses shots on purpose so she can get more rebounds. Stop it. Stop it.
She gets those rebounds for a reason.
And when she's just cleaner. I think that's also something, cleaner. But I mean, Caitlin, as kind of nasty as it could look sometimes. I mean, if you get that final result, you get the final result. But I got Aaliyah. Cleaner, consistent. Stanford here, even though I struggled to bring Stanford in this game, I got Stanford.
Me too. Stanford Final Four.
One seeds. We'll see. NC State, UConn. I got UConn.
So do I.
NC State has shrunk in big games this year. I mean, they won the ACC championship. Salute. Iowa, Baylor. Oh, Iowa, Baylor. Why am I saying Iowa?
Iowa, Baylor.
Louisville, Baylor. I got Baylor.
Me too, man. Me too. I'm with you.
So we aren't all the way boring, just a little boring.
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, it wasn't just all chalk.
It wasn't just all chalk. Baylor, right. South Carolina. Baylor can win this game. Baylor can win this game.
They could win this game, especially as good as Nalissa Smith is. But it's hard for me to pick against South Carolina, man. I mean, this is a team, and we talked about this in the run up to the like losing to Missouri, losing to Kentucky, and especially after how they lost last year. Like, this is a team that's hungry. They'll be thinking about last year. I got South Carolina in the national championship game.
This is a tough one.
This is probably the hardest one to pick.
Stanford, UConn.
This could be very well, like you said, the hardest one to pick. I mean,
Haley Jones, this is your moment. Put up or shut up. I don't want to hear about y'all being slept on. I don't want to hear nothing about, we don't talk about a West Coast team. I don't want to hear none of that. This is your chance to step up and show who is the best player in the country.
And you know what? With UConn's recent history in big games, you want to talk about a team that hasn't really stepped up in big games as of late. I like Stanford to beat UConn. And I know lots of UConn folks are going to be upset, but I like Stanford. Like UConn's in that stage right now where it's like, oh, they got to show me before I start believing in them. Yeah, they got Avina. Yeah, they got Paige. Yeah, they got Kristen. Yeah, they got, so many great players, Olivia. But give me Stanford. And give me that rematch of the Final Four, South Carolina, Stanford in the national championship game in Minneapolis.
I won't lie to y'all. UConn is a better team. But what did we say? The NCAA tournament is not about who is the better team. It's about who's the hottest team. I think it all comes down to one player right here. And that's Haley Jones. If Haley Jones shows up and shows out, Stanford wins that game, and they have the juice going into the championship game. However,
look out. And we've seen Haley Jones do it last year.
There's one other player that can say something and step up and make a statement.
For sure.
Paige, Pistol, Paige. And I can't say the last name anymore because it's trademarked. I had to give her $5 or something if I said it. But I'll just say Beckers.
For sure.
Pistol Paige Beckers. As much as Haley has to prove, oh yeah, I'm making a statement. This is going to be the most highly rated watch game all tournament. This is going to be the most highly rated watch game all tournament.
Oh yeah, because UConn always draws ratings, and then you got Stanford out here, who's always a perennial power. Plus, they were last year's national champions.
Haley is going to have to step up. But guess who else is going to be on the big stage? And all eyes are going to be on her to see if she can step up and make a statement game. The rules already know. Paige already proved herself. She ain't got nothing else to prove. She ain't got a championship. That's something she got to prove. She ain't got a championship. She only played one year.
She wants
what do you want from the kid? A championship.
And she wants that eventually before before her career concludes and she goes into the WNBA as a first round pick in a couple years.
And she wants one with AZ.
Right. That's another one.
I think they get it done, man. I got UConn.
You got UConn?
Oh,
you setting up some drama, man. You setting up some drama.
On the channel of this channel, we have in the national championship, South Carolina and UConn.
You setting up some drama, man. You setting up some drama, like old school versus new school. Yeah. Gino Auriemma against the people's champ, Dawn Staley. You are setting up some drama, man. Like, for real,
set up some drama right there when you called Dawn Staley the people's champ. Them folks gonna be blowing me up because you said that. Thanks, King. I got
the dude everybody loves to hate against Dawn Staley, who everybody's been loving on this whole year. So it is what it is, man.
Dun, 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 dun,
you know how folks feel about Gino. You know how folks feel about him. We talk about it all the time. You know how folks feel about that dude. I've seen it. I have seen it, man. Like, and wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? UConn all of a sudden back in the national championship game. That is a story in itself.
For South Carolina,
because they were close these last few years.
For Dawn Staley to really take that next step, right, of being one of the new best programs in the country, to being okay. Yeah. They gotta beat UConn in the championship game. They gotta take the crown.
Exactly. But you know what? We've already seen them do it. We've already seen them beat UConn.
Context, King. 3 quarters, UConn was in it. It was a competitive game. And then South Carolina, 4th quarter. Context is important.
Context is definitely important. Context is absolutely important.
So it's not like point. South Carolina just all four quarters. That was not the case. Remember, and Zaya Cook, sometimes she. Where did Zaya Cook go?
Yeah, she can be a little bit off and off sometimes, like because of just everything that goes on. But like I said, we have seen them do it before. We've seen them beat UConn.
And this is a different, because this UConn wasn't Caroline Ducharme UConn.
But here's one thing that people have been forgetting about South Carolina, because it's been one of those situations where we've been focusing a lot more on how they've been losing games. Missouri, Kentucky. It's one of those situations where, for the most part, they've been tested all season. Like, in the early part of the season, Carolina had some really tough games, including playing UConn, including playing Maryland, where it's one of those situations where they were down at halftime. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like, I think the one thing that you got to understand, if you gonna beat the Gamecocks, you got to understand no lead is safe. Because you could think, okay, we got a 10-point lead. We got a 12-point lead on South Carolina halftime. We feeling good. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom, Aaliyah Boston drops 6 straight points. Boom, Destiny Henderson from 3. Boom, Zaya Cook from 3. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like, oh, you're on a tie game. So you think you got Carolina beat at the half? Oh, no way. I'm telling you.
My phone is going to be blown up after this game regardless. There's no win-win situation for me. Someone is going to call me and say, I told you so. Or, I don't know. We'll see. I could be bullied into making my pick, but I won't be bullied. I won't be bullied by the fans. I won't be bullied by my own subscribers. I'll pick who I think is going to come out on top. Ladies and gentlemen, I got the Gamecocks taking the crown.
Ditto. Like, and I'm with you. I'm totally with you on that. Exactly. Like, I think that, this is a year of redemption for South Carolina. Like, they had it. They were so close in the Final Four last year. I think they take it this year. They have another parade through downtown Columbia like they did when Asia Wilson led them to the championship, and everybody's there. I like Carolina beating, well, in my case, they'd be beating Stanford. On your bracket, they'd be beating UConn. But yeah, I like the Gamecocks to be your national champions, man.
72. 68.
8. Oh, same score. I was like thinking 68 points. Wow.
It's locked in, baby. It's locked in, baby.
There you go. There you got it,
It's locked in, baby.
What he said.
Y'all.
What he said.
I don't feel good at all. I feel terrible. Because I know what I just started and what's going to be on my phone for the next couple weeks. It's going to be going nonstop after every single game.
Yep.
The comment section is going to go crazy. But there you have it. Akiem Bailum. Akiem, you follow him on Twitter right now. Everybody follow Akiem right now. Like he said, Akiem Bailum, this is how you spell it. Mr. AKIEMBAILUM. Akiem Bailum right now. No spaces, no bases, no cases, no faces. On Twitter. Follow him right now. Say what's up to him. If you want to send any slander on this video to me or about Akiem or Akeem's picks or whatever Akiem did, please send it to his mentions. Please send it to Akiem and not my way. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all so much. King, thank you for coming, man. Annual trip. Akiem Bailum, second year in a row, man. How you feeling?
Great. Absolutely. Like, this is the time of year where really both of us shine. And like you said, it's one of those things where when that happens, like, everybody's going to be like, if there's like an upset, it's going to be like, oh, Stephen F. Austin, busted your bracket, or FGCU busted your bracket. Like, it's going to happen, and I can't wait for it, man.
Jackson State busting everybody's brackets. Going to the Sweet 16. They're going to be at Ohio State. I know I didn't put it down. They're going to the Sweet 16, baby. If you're going to go dancing, if you're going to be Cinderella, put on the slipper. Put on the slipper.
Put on that slipper and keep on dancing till that clock strikes midnight, son.
And then they're going to lose to Vic Schaefer in Texas.
Vic Schaefer.
They could lose to Ohio State, and I'll be right on the bracket, so I can't lose. I picked it either way. Anyways, y'all take care. This is the Road to 2K Subs King. We appreciate it so much. This was about an hour long. We thank you all. You guys take care of yourselves.
Absolutely. What he said.